Let's find out what's happening in the world of sports. Ayotune Balogun is standing by with details.
Yes, indeed, Melinda. Let's start with some football news. A newly appointed Heartland FC manager, that's Fidelis Ilechukwu, says he is delighted to join the Nazi Millionaires. Ilechukwu also revealed that he had numerous offers from different football clubs, but he was most impressed by what Heartland had to offer. The well-respected gaffer, nicknamed the Working One by his numerous fans during his time with MFMFC, will be unveiled tomorrow. A former Chelsea Football Club midfielder Claude Makelele has completed a return to Stamford Bridge to become the club's new young player technical mentor ahead of the incoming season. That's the 2019-2020 season. Makelele joined the Blues in 2003 and became a household name among supporters, making some 217 appearances. The 46-year-old was previously a manager of CAS Eupen, where he retains an ambassadorial role. Well, the Frenchman will also coordinate outgoing loan moves and advise players on finding clubs which will best suit their progression. Max Verstappen ended his 93 race wait for a first Formula One pole position with a brilliant performance to outpace Valtteri Bottas and Lewis Hamilton in the Hungarian Grand Prix qualifying. Verstappen pipped Bottas by 0.018 seconds in the tense final lap, as Mercedes threw everything they had at the impressive Red Bull, but somehow fell short. Hamilton ended up third, 0.197 seconds back, but Ferrari proved to be a distant threat, with Charles Leclerc and Sebastian Vettel left to fight over fourth place. A British former world heavyweight champion Tyson Fury has agreed terms to fight Sweden's Otto Wallin. Now, Fury looks set to compete in Las Vegas for his second consecutive fight after his impressive stoppage time win over Tom Schwartz in June. The bout has not been officially confirmed, but has been slated to take place on September the 14th. This will be the 30-year-old's second bout on his lucrative contract with ESPN, and he will be a heavy favorite against an opponent who is not mixed in the same class. And that's a wrap on sports news. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. It's back to you, Melinda.
Many thanks, Ayo. Sudan's ruling military council and main opposition coalition have agreed on a constitutional declaration which will pave the way for a new period of transitional government. African Union mediator Mohamed Lebat made the announcement early on Saturday without giving any details. Sudan has been in turmoil since the military ousted President Omar al-Bashir in April.
Following news that an agreement has been reached between Sudan's military and the main opposition coalition, people began gathering on Nile Street, the main avenue in the capital Khartoum, honking car horns and ululating in celebration. Sudan has been in a state of political turmoil since the army removed veteran leader Omar al-Bashir in April, with dozens of demonstrators killed during street protests. The document, which outlines the powers and the relationship between the branches of the transitional government, comes after weeks of protracted negotiations brokered by the African Union and neighboring Ethiopia.
I'm very happy, in the name of the African mediation and in the name of the two negotiating parties, to announce to the Sudanese public, the national, international and African public, that the two delegations have completely agreed on a constitutional declaration.
Before a signing ceremony, legal and technical teams still need to establish a timeline for the declaration to come into effect and for the transitional government to be appointed. Once the transitional government starts work, Sudan will embark on a 3-year transition period expected to lead to elections. The deal on the declaration comes after the military council announced that 9 RSF soldiers had been dismissed and detained in connection with the killing of protesters, including 4 school children this week. The deaths had prompted mass demonstrations across the country and caused delays in the talks.
In Russia, over 600 people have been detained over an unauthorized protest in Moscow amid reports of police violence. Protesters had gathered at the Russian capital after authorities disqualified a number of opposition candidates from standing in the local elections. Leading activist Lubov Sobol was arrested before she could reach the rally attended by over 1,000 people. Ms. Sobol, a lawyer and video blogger, is one of the candidates excluded from the local elections. And the main news again. The police today vowed to clamp down on the masterminds of a planned revolution march across the country by a group led by the publisher of Sahara Reporters and presidential candidate of the African Action Alliance in the February 23rd presidential election, Mr. Omoyele Sowore. The police made the decision after the DSS arrested him today. They said the action amounts to treasonable felony. Also today, the police in Ogun State rescued 5 persons kidnapped on the Shagamu-Benin Expressway. And that's the news at 10 tonight. I'm Melinda Akinlami. On behalf of the team, good night.